The following program contains graphic images that may be disturbing. Parents are advised that these images may not be suitable for young children.
Can you talk a little bit about your daily struggles with pain and managing that?
Yeah, I was so proud to be upright on crutches because I was told it'd take me 2 years to walk again, and this was about 3.5 months later, and I walked into a doctor's office and he looked at me and he said, "You've got something very serious." And I said, "Well, I know. I got hit by an SUV." And he said, "No, you have a nerve disease. It's called complex regional pain syndrome." He said, "Your life is never going to be the same. You're going to be in constant chronic pain. You need to go back and get in your wheelchair." I said, "Well, for how long?" He said, "Forever." And so I didn't go back home and get in my wheelchair. Instead, I went to physical therapy, and that's where I told him, I said, "I've just learned something, and I'm going to have to work harder than I've ever worked before if I want to have the life that I've always imagined." And so I didn't know how hard that was going to be, though, because CRPS is no joke.
So, Amberly, I understand you have an acronym. Tell us how you worked through this.
I have an acronym, it's called PACER, and it stands for Perspective, Acceptance, Community, Endurance, and Rest. And I really had to dig deep to figure out different ways of strengthening my resilience, because it's not like 34 surgeries is a lot, but it was really the easiest part. The hard part is getting through the pain every day. But with perspective, we have the ability to shift our perspective and change our life. And so I do that by focusing on the good. I have a gratitude practice, and I feel like when you focus on the blessings in life, the good just keeps getting better. The A is for acceptance, because I was in denial. I did not want to show my leg with all my scars or admit that I was hurting or be vulnerable. And when you're in acceptance, you can start to take steps to make your life the best that it can be. You can take action. And that led me to community, which is maybe the most important part of PACER, because we're strong on our own, but I feel like together we're unstoppable. And so I love my community of people that I've connected with, others who have gone through hard times, whether or not you're in chronic pain, but whether you've lost your job or you're going through a divorce. It's helped me with my depression. The E part's for endurance, because I think we can all use a little more endurance, and that's where I think passion and perseverance come into play, and that passion really spurs me along. And the last part is R for rest, which is the hardest part for me, because I feel like today it's just so much go, 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 where rest is looked at as like a luxury, but it really has to be a necessity, that we have to rest in order to be resilient.
Well, just looking at you, I know you're resilient, and I can still see the physical scars on your leg just sitting there, and knowing that you're living your life to your fullest. I applaud you for sharing your story. Amberly's book, it's called True Grit and Grace. It's available wherever books are sold. Thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you.
And keep it up.
Yes.